Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! The dedication you guys have forever and always had for Freya, Skye in your hearts is truly undeniable, because I really do believe that a friendship between Malachi Burton and Freya, Skye is a true exemplification of how much a friendship means to everybody in one lifetime that we live. If we experience anything in this lifetime, it should be one friendship that we will forever and always hold close to our hearts, and that is what Freya, Skye and Malachi Burton's characters Victor and Nova have put on display for us, showing us how much a friendship can actually mean to a person's lifetime, because we only have one life to live, and we really have to make that one lifetime count. And that's what I got from Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, how many sacrifices they made after seeing each other in a reoccurring dream, eventually meeting each other and realizing they wanted to spend the rest of their lives together. I know they're only young, but the magic they have yet to create is something that I'm really excited to be a part of with all of you guys, and I've never felt so honored to sit here and talk about Freya, Skye's future, which is why I will forever debate how Taylor Swift has been overshadowing these up-and-coming stars and never showing them enough credit or enough respect. It seems like Taylor Swift has always had her favorites like Ed Sheeran or this star or that star. She's always had her conflict with Kanye West being profiled. She's always had her favorites to get caught up with in controversy because of. And more recently now she's saying that she's tired and she doesn't want to tour anymore because her album Party of a Showgirl has gone to #1 already in the box office, taking in $12 million on its opening night. So again, the argument will forever be presented and always come from me about how she's always taking away from people like Freya, Skye, because I really do believe that Freya, Skye is in line right now to take over as the #1 pop star in the world. And if not the #1 pop star in the world, the next pop star from Disney. Because Disney's always had a way of producing these pop stars when you least expect it. They come from out of nowhere like Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez did many moons ago. And I know this because I was the biggest fan of Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez in the world. I was also the biggest fan of Demi Lovato before Demi Lovato cracked under pressure. But I really do believe that Freya, Skye is so appreciative of every moment that she gets caught up within and lost in on times with each and every one of you. And because of how dedicated you are to Freya, Skye, I think a fabulous future is in store for her, and one that I'm incredibly excited about. I love talking about these stars in the music industry. I have forever been fans of Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande. There's no denial coming from me about that, and I will never argue that. It's just I think the same 4 or 5 celebrities always end up in the conversation when it comes to music or being actresses, and I really think it's taking away from people like Freya, Skye because of how incredibly beautiful she is, how strong she is, how she's so appreciative of being in a moment with each and every one of you. For the PR for Zombies, she was always there to support it because it was her first major movie role. It was a breakout opportunity for Freya, Skye, and man, did she ever show up and break out. She was so appreciative of Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly, who are such legends to the characters Zed and Addison, for their contributions to the Zombies franchise. She realizes that she was a fan of Zombies, and because of them and their contributions to this franchise, she's in the position she's in to take over. But if there ever was a person to pass the torch to for the Zombies franchise, it would have had to have been Freya, Skye and Malachi Burton, hands down, because I noticed the chemistry almost instantly when they stepped behind the scenes of Zombies and they started testing out the chemistry and really testing out the waters if they were going to be able to make this work. They're so adorable together. I do agree with each and every one of you, and I really do believe because they're so adorable together, they really can make this work. They just had to be given more of a chance, which is why I wish the critics would really back off of them, because they're going to have a spectacular future in store for all of us being fans of these franchises, and I think they are really going to come through for us. I think we could see up to 4 or 5 new Zombies movies happening, so for those of you who believe this story is far from over, perhaps you should take a step back and really put into perspective how they've really set the wheels in motion now for the torch to be passed and the legacy of the Zombies franchise to continue on moving forward. And obviously Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim will forever have a special place in their hearts for the Zombies franchise because they will remain behind the camera moving forward into the foreseeable future to offer a creative sense and a creative direction, which oftentimes I appreciate because I've often wanted to sit behind the camera and produce Descendants and Zombies myself, which I know I could do if Disney would consider selling me the franchise, because in all honesty there are so many supernatural characters and so many twists and turns this plot could take, which makes it a more exciting time than ever before to become a fan of Zombies. You know, I've been seeing a lot of videos that Freya, Skye has been throwing up on social media as of late, and she seems to be having the time for life. Because I know producing an album sometimes is a constant struggle. You don't really know if you're good enough. But I think the fans are forever and always letting Freya, Skye know just how good she actually is. People never fail to be mind-blown and never fail to let Freya, Skye know how they feel about her music. The Gold's Gone music video on Vivo has 500,000 subscribers garnered to Freya, Skye's official YouTube channel, and over 12,000 people have subscribed to her on her Facebook fan page. And that's truly unprecedented because I didn't even know Freya Skye existed until she showed up on Zombies. That was her first breakout role. So you think about this being her first major breakout role, and you think about Ruby Rose Turner and her first major breakout role happening at the expense of Disney, and then she comes from out of nowhere and becomes a superstar, having honors of being in Most Popular and so on since the Disney Descendants was seen in 2024. So you think about all the success from the PR that Freya Skye has been receiving now. Think about how much success she's going to be having in 5 years from now. She's going to be making music videos along the same way of Taylor Swift from 2008, after her first debut album had been re-released by Big Machine Records so many times because they wanted to promote Taylor Swift in a certain way. They wanted her to cross over from country into pop, and she successfully did it. And I think that Freya Skye is forever and always going to be in that same conversation of being a pop star who has the chance of really taking over and really showcasing herself for being a strong, fearless person who really never cared what anybody thought of her because she had the support of each and every one of you. Now, without the support of each and every one of you, that would be questionable if Freya Skye would even think she's good enough. But I think because of each and every one of you, she's starting to grasp the idea of her actually being the next Taylor Swift. And I think Disney knows from the very beginning of Freya Skye's career that she's going to be someone special. And they're taking full advantage of this. I just hope she doesn't get wore out before her time is up with the Disney company, because I know Disney puts a lot of pressure under these stars. They make them feel as if they have to live inside of a box at just 8 years old, and they feel as if they know everything too quickly because Disney puts them under so much pressure. I think that if you're going to enjoy this moment, that's exactly what you should do, and you shouldn't be victims of criticism, and you should give stars like Freya Skye more of a chance, because Rewrite the Stars and Gold's Gone and Fake It are just the beginning of Freya Skye's career, and the first major album to be released by Freya Skye, because in 5 years' time, she could have an album release that could go to #1 on any syndicated Billboard chart, and I think I can make a gamble by saying she's going to be the next Ariana Grande or Taylor Swift. I think that's an argument I can get away with creating on this YouTube channel and presenting for every fan of Freya. Because every video that I upload about Freya Skye gets hundreds of views on my YouTube channel, and it's because you guys undeniably love her. If there ever was a star that was discussed about Descendants and Zombies' foreseeable future, it's Freya Skye. It's never been Ruby, it's never been Kylie, it's always been Freya, because of the novelty surrounding her character, the novelty surrounding her career, and how she herself is really discovering her place in the world. But not without the help of each and every one of you, because you're helping Freya Skye discover her fullest potential and realize it. And when she finally does, she's going to be something absolutely miraculous and really spectacular. And I really do mean that, because this is just the beginning of Freya's career. Zombies is really just her merely scratching the surface of what she has yet to become. And because of her friendship with Malachi Burton being put on display because of Zombies' profound success, I'm really excited to see where we go from here, because I can never seem to say enough good things about Freya Skye's future. And I just want to come out in support of Freya Skye when I upload these videos, because I want her fans to know they are not alone in this campaign. Because I really do believe that if you're putting emphasis behind characters like Malachi Burton and Freya Skye's characters Victor and Nova to exemplify friendship and how powerful it is, you couldn't have done it in a more effective way. And it really takes away from the criticism that Zombies has received in the first few months of its music videos premieres, Place to Be and Don't Mess With Us, because they were receiving its fair share of criticism. And I think that people like Malachi Burton and Freya Skye really took it away from Zombies, because I think that Zombies exploded at a proportion because of these characters and how adorable they look together. You know, people were forever emailing me about how they felt about Victor and Nova's characters, and they were so blown away by the chemistry because they almost noticed it instantly. They were saying they looked so cute and so adorable together, and as time went on, they kind of grew on me. Malachi Burton, more especially, was a character that grew on me for how passionate he was about Freya and how much of a special talent he thought she was. And what really got my attention was how incredibly supportive he was forever and always of Freya Skye. Because a lot of people who work together aren't really incredibly supportive of each other. They're just incredibly supportive of each other's roles. And I really do believe that Freya Skye and Malachi Burton's friendship is one of a kind that we will never ever see again. That will never ever come through the doors of Disney ever again, or never happen again. So because it's something that will never ever happen again, it's a moment in history that we are all going to be a part of, that we really have to sit back and enjoy. Because I really do believe that Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires was really just the beginning of what we have yet to witness. And I think we have more of a reason to be excited about the futures of these two stars than ever before. While Zed and Addison's characters, Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim, left us with so many unforgettable memories in the Zombies franchise, these two have so many memories yet to create and be a part of. It's history, ladies and gentlemen, and we are all going to be a part of it. And I really do believe that it deserves all the respect in the world for being history that we are all going to be a part of. I really do believe that this is going to be history that we are never ever going to forget, and this is a franchise that Disney really realizes has a chance of lasting for forever and always. Because while it will forever be argued that High School Musical and Hannah Montana were some of the most revered franchises of all time, with its viewership being 17.8 million in viewership and ratings, and holds the record to this day for being the most successful Disney Channel franchise in history, I will forever and always present the argument that Descendants and Zombies really stands in a category of its own. A category that is far more superior than anything else we have ever seen in all of our lives. A category that really stands alone for its dedication, for its perseverance. I mean, who else shoots scenes in the nighttime from 7 p.m. till 5 a.m. the next morning and goes home after having an incredible night on set of zombies like Malachi Burton and Freya Skye did? It's truly amazing to me the dedication that they put behind their characters and how they really brought this franchise to life, and how so many people saw themselves in the characters Victor and Nova. You would be lying to me if you told me you didn't see yourself through the character's eyes of Victor and Nova, because you did. No matter if it was a moment where you thought you could spend the rest of your life with somebody who was special to you, no matter if it was a moment that reminded you of a certain time in your life where you felt as if forever may have had a chance existing for you. Because I'm here to tell you guys that everything that Descendants and Zombies has promoted actually does have a chance of happening for you, even when it comes down to a dream. Regardless of what that dream is, a dream can happen for you, and a dream can become a reality for you ever before you think it can. And I think that if you put more emphasis behind what the characters Victor and Nova have taught us in Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires, a dream can become more of a realization than you ever thought possible. Because that's what I'm here to instill in each and every one of your minds, is that Descendants and Zombies really is a franchise that has forever and always created so many wonderful memories for all of our hearts. I know Zombies has forever and always left an imprint on my heart for its powerful music, for its powerful script, and its characters, who can only be defined by one word. And there's a powerful friendship between four people who just wanted to sacrifice everything to spend the rest of their lives together, no matter how many sacrifices they had to make. And I know we saw Zed and Addison break up many times throughout the course of the original Zombies trilogy, but it was meant to happen because they had to learn how much of that they valued each other, and how much they truly respected each other, and how much they really wanted to spend the rest of their lives together. I will never forget that final kiss between Zed and Addison. It was my favorite moment from the Zombies franchise. It was a moment I waited through the 90-minute production to see, just to hear them say the words, "I love you." And when it finally happened, just after Zed had zombied out, thinking he was going to have to leave Addison behind, it really became a moment in my mind that we had waited on for forever, for being fans of Zombies for what felt like our entire lives. Because it made us think about that one special person that we thought we had a chance of spending the rest of our lives with. I know we've all had them, no matter if we choose to admit to it or not. But I think these four stars of the Zombies franchise did a fabulous job of really putting a stronger emphasis on that, of how valuable friendships are, and how you only need really one good friend to make it through this entire life. Because if you have that one good friend, apart from having hundreds of friends, you will survive, and every moment in your life will matter and will come full circle. And that's what these four stars were able to do. And that's why I really appreciate it, not only on the set of Zombies, but also off the set of Zombies. This friendship was never more evident than it's been before. Because on the PR tours for Zombies, Malachi Burton and Freya Skye always had a smile on their face. They are always very supportive of each other, and that's something I could only have wished to have seen for Emily Osment and Miley Cyrus years ago when they were filming Hannah Montana. From the very first moment they stepped into the set of Hannah Montana, they never liked each other. They could never get along. And so many stars have come and gone who felt the same way about their experience on Disney Channel, because they felt like they were trapped inside of a box. They couldn't do or say what they wanted, and that provided them with a lot of restrictions. But the thing was, Disney wanted to promote them in a way that they cared about them, but also wanted to promote them in a way that was very professional. And because Emily Osment and Miley Cyrus never ever saw eye to eye, it's going to be a long time away before we ever see a Hannah Montana reunion. And if we do see a Hannah Montana reunion, it will just be Miley Cyrus performing Hannah Montana songs, which she misses for forever doing. So if we do see a Hannah Montana reunion by 2026, which is only next year forthcoming, it will be in the form of a concert tour. It won't be in the form of a Hannah Montana TV special or a reboot. I just think it'll be in a concert tour. But the thing is, off the success of the Zombies Worlds Collide tour, which can be credited to Freya Skye and Malachi Burton's performance of Rewrite the Stars and Gold's Gone, where we really reintroduced the characters like Freya Skye and Kylie Cantrell as individuals who are trying to make it in the music industry, which is extremely difficult to do. You know, it's questionable if Hannah Montana will be able to come back after 20 years nearly and have the same success story written for her that she did 20 years ago when she was younger and she was more out there in the public eye. But I've always believed that if you take the music away from Taylor Swift and Hannah Montana, You don't really have much of a storyboard to fall back on. You can take the music out of Descendants of Zombies, and you still have just as powerful of a story, which will keep people intrigued from beginning to end. From the very first moment you saw the Descendants franchise premiere, you were captivated by it. And you're still captivated by it over 10 years ago, because people are still talking about Descendants just as much as they were over a decade ago. It's really hard to believe that a decade's passed and people are still talking about it, and people are still as intrigued about this franchise as they were many years ago, many moons ago. And I will forever be supportive of you guys being fans of the Descendants of Zombies franchises, because I've forever and always believed that you guys deserve more credit than you've ever been given, because you've seen your fair share of criticism for being just simply Descendants of Zombies fans. And that's what I'm here to take away from you guys, is all the criticism that you have received, and to really help you out with this and help you make sense of everything Descendants of Zombies. Because while people like Freya, Skye, and Kylie Control have been reduced to tears, I'm here to let you guys know there is something that can be done about it, and that's by just showing them love and support like you've always and forever always shown them. Because I really do believe there are thousands of people, if not millions, of fans of Freya Skye. For a girl to have 500,000 subscribers off the premiere of her very first album, I mean, that's a dream of a girl in the music industry. That was forever and always a dream of mine, to have 500,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I might get 2 subscribers per video, and I think the world of that. But can you imagine if this YouTube channel put up over 500,000 subscribers? That would be truly unprecedented for me. That would be a dream come true for yours truly, because I think never enough nice things can be said about someone like Freya Skye, and more of a chance can be given to her, and more respect can be shown to her. And that's why I love recording up to 3 or 4 podcasts a day, because I think a stronger emphasis can be put on these characters who you've loved for forever. And I've just forever and always loved being a part of this incredible journey that I've been on for what feels like forever. Because each and every one of us have been brought together because of the passion that we share for Descendants of Zombies. It's truly undeniable, and it's something that I've forever and always been a part of, and I feel like I've been a part of it for forever, because I think I've been waiting on a franchise to captivate my heart as much as what Hannah Montana and High School Musical did in generations past. But I really do believe the argument can be forever presented that Descendants of Zombies is far more revered than what High School Musical and Hannah Montana ever was, because all Hannah Montana ever had to rely on was the music and the character. But if you take off the wig and you take away the music, is she as infamous and is she as revered as everybody thinks? I really don't know. I mean, Miley Cyrus was on a show a couple of days ago that her mom and her sister hosted that only has 39,000 subscribers. The reality that show is faced with is 28,000 more subscribers on this YouTube channel, and I will beat out the Cyrus family for their YouTube show. And that's the reality of it. I mean, 39,000 subscribers is a far cry from what Miley Cyrus used to host. I mean, Miley Cyrus used to host the VMAs, and now she's on a show that only has 39,000 subscribers being interviewed by her mom and her sister. So I know it's out of support of her mom and her sister, but the thing is Miley Cyrus as popular as she used to be? Obviously, yes, she's still garnering a lot of attention, and she's gone down in history of being one of the youngest livers in history, but the argument will forever be presented. Are there finally franchises that, have surpassed the legacies of shows like Hannah Montana and Wizards of Waverly Place? And I think the definite answer is yes. I think that Hannah Montana and High School Musical have been surpassed by the legacies of Descendants of Zombies. That is your answer. Because we have thousands of fans, more fans than ever before, who have really gravitated to these franchises. And that's why we see Kylie Control, that's why we see the Zombie Stars coming out of support of Descendants of Zombies on the red carpet premieres for both franchises, on premieres of Wizards of Waverly Place, because the exposure is what they really need, which is why I'm really looking forward to the Leg 2 of the Worlds Collide Tour happening in the lateral part of 2026, because in late 2026 that will give them more tour dates, more venues overseas in the UK, Australia, and Germany to get the exposure they have forever and always wanted. And I'm just so honored to be a part of this. I'm so honored to be a part of this journey and to be talking about Freya Skye and Kylie Control in the way that they deserve to be talked about for a very long time. Because while we can choose to criticize your favorite stars, I really do believe that we can give them the benefit of the doubt and really showcase them for their true value, which is something that has been long overdue as a fan of Descendants and Zombies. I've been a fan of these franchises for forever. My issue is forever and always lie with the critics who will forever and always choose to criticize your favorite stars. And I've just wanted to do something about that. I've wanted to be here coming out in support of people like Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Control, who could never seem to get the benefit of the doubt enough. And I've just loved being here. I've just loved being a part of this special moment, because really, I think Disney's been waiting on a franchise for forever to captivate us and take the world by storm. And unquestionably, Descendants and Zombies did that for me. It will forever and always hold a special place in my heart. It will forever and always be debated whether or not people like Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande deserve the credit they do, because of people like Freya, Skye, and Kylie Control feeling overshadowed all the time and reduced to tears all the time because people feel the way they do about their performances and what have you. I've just always wanted to come out in support of your favorite stars, and I like to believe somewhere, somehow, I was able to do that, but I couldn't have done that without your guys' support. So I have one more show yet to go before the sun sets tonight, and that will be on Freya, Skye, that will be on Zombies, that will be on Descendants, that will be on everything. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, be sure to do that, because I like to discuss everything pop culture related, everything Disney, everything Descendants and Zombies, and I really do believe that there's never enough conversation happening about your favorite stars, be it Freya, Skye, Malachi Burton, Meg Donnelly, Milo Manheim, Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Kylie Contrell. I mean, there are hundreds of people that I can talk about on this show. I was a really big fan of Peyton List years ago, too. And I remember when Peyton List announced that she was parting ways with Jesse and Bunkton, a Disney company, and I was heartbroken in 2018. And when Ruby announced she was parting ways with the Descendants franchise, I was at a loss for words, because I really believe that her time with the Descendants franchise was very short-lived. I think there was more that could have been done with her character. There was more of an opportunity for her character to really shine. And I think that if she had that opportunity to shine more than ever before, I think there would have been a greater emphasis on the character Bridget. So seeing Peyton List part ways with Jesse and Bunk many years ago kind of reminded me of the situation with Ruby, and how Ruby, turned around and said goodbye when I think her time was very short-lived with the Descendants franchise. Now, I know we have Leomani Segura coming in next summer to play Red Sister Pink and make up for the loss of Ruby, but you can't do songs like Life is Sweeter With You Are without Ruby's voice being on the soundtrack. You can't do a production as credible as Descendants is without Ruby Rose Turner being a part of it. And that's why I love showcasing your stars for their true value and their true worth, because I think never enough emphasis can be shown to these stars, and never enough respect can be given to them. Because, of course, I am the biggest fan of Descendants and Zombies in the world. This is the #1 Descendants and Zombies show on YouTube, and you guys have forever and always loved and supported the show, which I can't thank you enough for. So tonight I will return with one final podcast. Be sure to check it out when it drops on YouTube, and I hope you like this video by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. This is how you can show your support. I would love to have more subscribers on this YouTube channel, but only you can make that happen. You're what it comes down to. So we will talk in just a few hours from now. Until then, keep kindness in your heart, because kindness really does go a long way in this world. Freya, Skye, Kylie Contrell have fabulous futures ahead of them, and I'm here to make sure that happens for each and every one of you who have forever and always supported Kylie Contrell, because your love for Descendants and Zombies is truly unconditional. Stay calm and zombie on, everybody, into the foreseeable future.